Manchester has made its name for many reasons, some positive, others not so welcome. As you drive through the city, you'll notice changes, the gangs who gather in parts of the city and the violence that can result.
About just over 2 weeks into a series of Operation Cougars that have ran since the 10th of May.
But Greater Manchester Police's response to gun and gang crime, Xcalibre, has helped to kick-start another change towards safer communities.
For us, the police, the enforcement and the intelligence activity has created a pause in time to enable partners to work together to try and do the best for some of our younger people. And it's about enforcement based on intelligence. That intelligence both informs our enforcement activity, but also, and crucially, informs some of the partnership work to deal with prevention, diversion, education and support.
In just 1 year, the total number of gang-related shootings has been cut by 81%. The overall amount of gun crime is down by 43%. We're here to find out exactly how that's been achieved.
Well, the first thing that makes the difference is the team of officers know who to look for. It's one of the tactics that we took, started very early on, was not letting them congregate in numbers. Because if we can find them, if we can see them, so can opposing gang members.
Knowing who's at risk, where, when and then helping to avert trouble is crucial to cutting gang-related gun crime. Patsy Mackay's son Dorry died in a gang shooting. She now spends time with gang members and is hopeful.
The figures that we didn't have any murder in a year tells me that there is a change. I would like to see a little bit more prevention happening in our communities and more working in collaboration with the community, because that's where you can get a lot of intelligence from your community. So I think it's important that the community, especially young people, are able to trust the police, and I think that's a biggie.
On patrol, it's now evening.
We just had a call about some males, some youths who are outside the pub. Hey, okay? How you doing? So what we're going to do is we're going to take your details if that's okay, and we're just going to check each one of your houses. Okay, lads?
Xcalibre and its individual Cougar operations have helped to guide partner agencies as they help young people at risk.
Keeping the channels of communication open and strong partnership working are absolutely essential, number one. Things like Operation Cougar create the space for us to be more innovative and more creative in the way that we work with families and local communities.
This estate is, unfortunately, has a reputation of belonging to the Longside crew. If you'd come in a few years ago, that you would have found written all over the walls, door graffiti or gang tags of LSC everywhere, L-Town, just proclaiming it to be gang territory to create a reaction. So we have it removed instantly.
But there are still many reminders of why Xcalibre is here.
I've been on patrol for a few hours now and just been called to Rushen, where a car's been stopped. What is clear is that there are people walking around this part of the city and the others in Greater Manchester who are alive thanks to Xcalibre. Of course, the ultimate aim is to get guns off the street for good.
What we do feel is that the place is safer to live. We also are really clear that working with partners, we're making real strides in keeping people out of gun crime, keeping people away from gang culture, and ultimately protecting young people on the streets of Manchester.